Yo, augmented like an hope, it doesn't seem dope yet. Finding ways to make it flow and blowing homo sets. So just flex, get pissed, swing miss with no hits. Talking tone, just keep it real, I spit as real as it gets. Got vets from the old school who keep it local. I'm thinking international as a rep for the SoCal. Stay amp, collecting passport stamps, reflecting how I live. Stuck with the scrimmage, now I'm winning the game. So fool, what you rapping about? You want a clubbier style? A guy who's chubbier renunciates vowels. You describing as the poppier sound. Go ahead and copy it down. Flipping like pancakes, you popular now? Yo, frown upon the imagery this game was founded on. Ain't no mystery to me, the streets the feet my ground is on. Consume a pound of grass, turn and use it as gas. Grab tracks, using maps that always keep me on path. It's like that, all people from the front to back will pay attention while we stacking these raps. For the love of the pad, pour my heart out on these so-called tracks. So I take it to the max, take it to the max. It's like that, all people from the front to back will throw your hands up if you feel these raps. For the love of the pad, pour my heart out on these so-called tracks. So I take it to the max, take it to the max. Yo, ink the type survived with more than half my life. I have an appetite for rapping lines that hits the pads all night. If you're knocking at my door, skip my floor, heed your own advice. The God lives inside all of us, between your heart and spine. Think fast, sip my beer slow, talk to old folks. Stay low like an oboe, broke like a hobo. Tone, you wanna join our team? I keep it solo, creating my own scheme. Too busy to pull a cruise load. So here I'm thinking of lines, like white kinds that you buy. No need to hype up my stride, I might leave you behind. In life I like to get inspired what I see, and I ain't trying to get preachy. You to you and I to me. So fuck your fears, trust your ears and your history. I'm just an amateur in lab, you're cooking chemistry. Meant to be just a bean, so let it be. Not celestial or star, taking bars that come to me. It's like that, all people from the front to back will pay attention while we stacking these raps. For the love of the pad, pour my heart out on these so-called tracks. So I take it to the max, take it to the max. It's like that, all people from the front to back will throw your hands up if you feel these raps. For the love of the pad, pour my heart out on these so-called tracks. So I take it to the max, take it to the max.
Rain falls from the clouds, and sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly.
Yeah, I'm feeling like that. One of those days, man, one of those days. It's like when you just clocked out of your job late, just to go and clock into your second job late. Man, 5 to 9, 9 to 5 every day, baby. Man, fuck that. And first, fuck the night. And fuck the day, fuck the rain, fuck the sunshine. And fuck the sky, fuck the cage, fuck the enslave. And fuck your wife, fuck your pay. After everything's been fucked, all that's left's the flame. Fuck your play, fuck your cash, fuck your ride. Go fuck your gear, or that girl by your side. So fuck your life. While you're at it, fuck mine too. After everything's been fucked, all that's left is you. Bright days spent making paychecks, feelings wasted, earning weak tips, wearing aprons. 5 days just blows away quick when I wake up. It's the same shit, nothing changed except my age is gauging life, and it's quality by tasting the placemat. Hang my LA cap on the coat rack, work for pay every day, that's the basics. Stack your blocks, build your walls, now your cage. It goes 1, 2, 3 minutes to clock out. The money that I count on wasn't present at the count out. For 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it's what I got for my time. Tired in days cause I make tracks to the night. I got like 10 hours a week fully devoted to sleep. Yo, and if we're talking weekends, well that's probably what you see. I can't pretend like I'm content this place that I'm in. School was 12 years spent, now I work towards death. Yo, fuck the way I write away my holidays for meager pay. 2 jobs a day and still can't make the type of green your hookup makes. Keeping shit legitimate is hard with rising interest rates. Why we're overcrowding cells, cause innocence can match the pain. With everybody trying to live like media portrays. With that really nice apartment, Armani on your jeans. The pressure to make paper's never been so great. Try dating women in LA without expensive taste. So we struggling every day till that first 15. And no reality is balancing those wants and needs. Saying fuck it as I sit my ass on rusty mattress springs. Ain't a soul to blame about it if I don't follow my dreams. Your full-time job means a part-time existence. Minimum wage equates to minimum commitment. I work to get my pay and then I turn it into this shit. Stay hustling every day but never lose sight of the flame. That's legitness. No, sorry. Won't happen again. Yeah, oh, right up? Oh, okay, I'll sign that.
chopstick fantasy.
It takes two. Oh, let me get that grease back in my wings. This thing's taking up all my shine. And I got dreams to reach, to reach, to reach. Let me get that grease back in my wings. This thing's taking up all my time. And I got dreams to reach, to reach. Let me your ear for a second as I attempt to get specific, but a mere 60 seconds. All I ask is your attention. Only visit for a day. On my grind as a musician. Let's not waste your time with games. Save the file, click and quit it. Cause tonight I'm tied up in LA. Tight writing ain't a rare type. Sighting clear from Torrance up to Highland. Got a lot of guys applying and a lack of battle tighter. So I put my time to write. Ignite these hits or flannel fires. Know I could be by your side like every night. Working 9 to 5 and living average life. But there'd be no end to my flight. Plus I wouldn't be your type. You know this ain't a breakup song. So tell me that the date is on. Give you the chance to rock the mic. But as for now, just let me be. I need some room to breathe. It ain't as easy as it seems. But as for now, just let me gleam. It ain't a rapper thing, just anyone who has a dream. Oh, let me get that grease back in my wings. This thing's taking up all my shine. And I got dreams to reach, to reach, to reach. Let me get that grease back in my wings. This thing's taking up all my time. And I got dreams to reach, to reach.
I can't compare you in the music. I told you that before. Baby, 교목하리와 너무 없었고 날 있어. 고생 네 집볼래와 마이크 네 길이 하리 기대어. 기미와 시도를 대삼이 시대. Oh baby, baby, please understand. 난 대기해봐 인다 고토밤 hits 가와네. It's not like I'm tryna push in your way. 데모 기민가 보컬로 난 머무리 못내. 타다 이마와 수고시다 give me some time. It's only minutes 가왜 다때 이미지 나에게도. I gotta go, I gotta rock that show. 스모브 하나씩과 앞다 도끼마다 하나 쏘아. 후회를 믿어 그맨 후자의 작신 난 갈라긴 많이 무가오 택시 와카테 클레토와 이슬레가 데모 이슬레와 와칼라 yo girl I'll see you later.
Oh, let me get that grease back in my wings. This thing's taking up all my shine. And I got dreams to reach, to reach, to reach. Let me get that grease back in my wings. This thing's taking up all my time. And I got dreams to reach, to reach, to reach. To reach, to reach, to reach.
Yeah.
To reach, to reach, to reach. Let me get that. Oh, let me get that. Oh, let me get that crease back in my wings. Let me get that. Oh, let me get that. Oh, let me get that crease back in my wings. Let me get that. Oh, let me get that. Oh, let me get that crease back in my wings. Let me get that. Oh, let me get that. Oh, let me get that crease back in my wings. So baby, don't cry for me, cause all I wanna do is kick rhymes. Remember who you're trying to be and never lose sight of that prize, prize, prize. So baby, don't come crying to me that all these rappers wanna do is stack dimes. What's up with making tracks like they used to be? I'm tired of these fruits, got some juice to squeeze. Now you're crying, baby, cause it seems lately these so-called rappers jumping ship because the shit ain't paying. We all used to kick flows, it was real, we loved it. Never saw the word artist without starving in front. Remember cats were all about shows and rocking it. Now the same cats won't rock without contracts in this. In contrast to this, went from free outside events to shit bars you wouldn't pay to get in. Yo, this ain't about beef or Lee's baggy jeans. Ain't nostalgia, I'm just talking about how things used to seem. Guy had a dream, the dream was intervened by the cream. Seen a rhyme fiend straight turn to a fiend. The mad bullshit had him going at it half-hearted. Another rap artist, passion kicked the mass market. Fast backwards, he forgot why he had first started. Found his love in hip-hop, but sold it for a few dollars. And it goes. So baby, don't cry for me, cause all I wanna do is kick rhymes. Remember who you're trying to be and never lose sight of that prize, prize, prize. So baby, don't come crying to me that all these rappers wanna do is stack dimes. What's up with making tracks like they used to be? I'm tired of these fruits, got some juice to squeeze.
So now you talk about it, songs about you all that pop and go to clubs to throw up ones. You could get a
crowd surrounded, not aroused by golden chalice. Asking when's your golden album? Talent you've been holding down, without to get exposed and out. Know you're shallow. So where the tracks about love gone to ganja? Siphon off the top, the chubby guys who beatbox, Xerox covers for the CDs with the names drawn on. Now it's like how much to feature in songs? I got a problem, I'm trying to find the causes, cause there's nothing wrong with profit, reaching a bigger market, just tired of songs about it. The gold changed the brand name, so hands up for the rapper who got bills unpaid. So fuck the way the DJs turn the jukebox to get paid. Take off your sunshades, get off if you afraid of the stage. Go burn mics, come back when you earn stripes. Your money grubbing MCs is ruining my name. Fuck the way the MC ditch the crowd for minimum wage. Take off the ball cap and move back, get out of my space. Observe time and come back when you learn lines. It's one for the money, it's two for the fame. Yo, huh. We got the questions. I got a question, yeah. I got that question. And so it's love to you. Is it with or without clothes? An idle any real or just some word you spit it hose and stuck somewhere it grows between the tongue and the heart. To me apart from flesh to bone, it's like I still won't know. Look, I'm sitting in the sun on this public park bench and clenching a fist over words I haven't wrote yet. It's so grotesque having hope left. If you told me there's a cure, surely I'd be the first to drink the potion. Over the motions and the grudges I've been holding as I'm soaking wet with sweat, looking to find this greater purpose. Many content with daily puff give. Though I'll be damned if I'ma live to simply fuck eat shit. Well, it's not like I'm some chump who ain't down for a hump, but if it drags me to the club, then I'd rather stay home. So just go fuck yourself, you bitches who don't have no solid interest with your makeup and your lipstick. Keep that cellular phone. Yo, I'm an Alice who is fine, but way too busy with the jealous. Hit a lady party crazy down to pound 100 ounces outside. Ran into Renee from Southside. So how that double D-Raw had a matching waistline. Fun to hunt you like a catchy baseline. Do the rumble with the liner, give her plenty of FaceTime. Carry it like a teddy bear, stare with them fake eyes. Hold it extra tight like a mic for a great time. Yo, why can't they choose them like they used to? Way back when all you need is dreams, it seems today you need that proof too. She's fun to tongue just like a loose tooth. I've been attached like flesh and bone, although I know I'll go to lose you. Fucked it all up with one unsmooth move, coming unglued. Love, not lust, thrust straight from the gut. Yes, giving up my trust just wasn't enough. Kept the breath in my lungs instead of letting it out. Forget the lump you see between these shoulder cuffs. A brain is sick from strain, my neck can't hold it up. It's like a grown man who don't hold hands or give a hug. Well, all he knows to deal with change that's growing up. So it's love to you, an abrupt decision, work of fiction, validation of a weak existence. Well, I'm getting to the bottom, hear a lot of opinions. Life ain't about what you take, it's about the love you put in it. Yo, I was way into Justina till I found out she's a skeezer. All my friends attest she got a new guy every weekend, and Joanna was a hot one. Ill Latin bombshell, pop so many pills she can't remember that we got down. Filling my thought clouds, constantly blue now. Miss the way she talk, lost, just wanna move on. Yo, for all you guys with no hearts, I give up the props. Cause if you have one and she holds it, then it's bound to get dropped. So what's love? What's love to you? So what's love? What's love to you? So what's love? What's love to you? What's love to you? What's love to you? So what's love? What's love to you? So what's love? What's love to you? So what's love? So what's love to you? What's love to you? What's love to you? So what's love? Okie dokie.
When God made you,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
when God made you,
Alright.
We know this, man. We got this.
Levels are pretty good.
CA, where you at?
God made you.
Well, time's out. Well, hi, and welcome to Love of the Gamers. No Continues, the show where I don't continue. My name is Tony Inkwell Conti, a.k.a. T.C.INKWELL, a.k.a. Ketsui Roxwell. And I'm here today playing some Ketsui by Cave for the Xbox 360. Recently obtained from a store in Akihabara. I've been eyeballing this game for years. A 2003 classic by famous shmup developer Cave. And, yeah, released on the 360 in Japan. I believe PS3 also. A couple years back. Originally, arcade game that I really liked. Big fan of the Dodonpachi and Daijojo series. In general, Cave's where you go to when you want to eat bullets in bullet hell. So without further ado, let's switch to some Ketsui on Xbox 360, where I go in for pretty much a dry run. Dry run of the day. Haven't played a lot of this game. I read up, again, just refreshing myself on the combo system. Yeah, it's... every Cave game's kind of got its combo system for getting the high score. So my way in this game is you gotta rely on the auto shot. Let me just show you, I guess. Deemed for the balls system, coined here. It's about getting in close to the enemy and getting those giant balls. So, boxes rather. So we go up, we want those 5 boxes, so it's just about getting as close as you can, which in a game like this is kind of scary because the closer you get to death. And then bullets are hard to dodge up close, and it further throws you off. I'm using a Mad Catz arcade stick, tournament stick pro, what have you, brought to you by Markman back in the day. A fun E3 takeaway one year. Big shout outs to Mad Catz, RIP. Ooh. So bosses and mini bosses, I'll tend to use the auto shot most of the time to get in close because that's how you get the most points in this particular game. But when it comes to having to dodge a lot, like any Cave game, any real shooter, you hold down the main shot and you get this shot. It has sort of a low damage lock on, which I've never been a fan of as much, so I mostly do auto shot, which also gives you a little bit more maneuverability. But when you're so used to the slightly slowed down factor that you have when you're holding down the normal shot, it kind of throws you off. So getting close, want those balls. So yeah, no continues the way me and partners of Love of the Gamer here. Shout outs to Andrew Schwagerell, Mike Pohorquez, Kento Famicom Noguchi, most of all Jonah Doe, director and co-founder. But we would play a game without continuing, get as far as we can. It's not about beating it as much as it is doing as well as we can. Now we can take multiple runs, we can do multiple shots after, but there's no continues. You gotta pretty much start over as it is with most of these arcade games. So it's about the pride of that 0 at the end of your high score in every arcade game you play. That reflects how many continues you had. So usually when you see a high score on a machine, 9 will be the last number because that's the most it'll display for how many times you continue. But those scores are valid, or invalid and totally void because you continued, you don't have my respect. Fuck me. Alright, I'm gonna follow my advice here and use the normal walk-on shot for the boss, as I don't have these guys memorized. Now I do have the I think it was like 2008 or so, a kind of a rare release at this point, but for DS, I got it right here actually, they released Ketsui Death Label, which is like a boss rush mode of Ketsui for the original DS, and it holds up really well actually compared to this. It's got really similar bullet patterns, and I will say plays even better on the 3DS I found with the circle pad, which you could use better than the D-pad for all those diagonal ducking and dodgings. But it kind of goes for a pretty penny these days. Obviously wasn't a major run of a print on that, but yeah, it's pretty awesome, pretty worth it. And portable bullet hell, while Cave has done a lot of cell phone games at this point, or cell phone versions of their games, Mushihime-sama, I know, Dodonpachi, Daifukatsu, maybe even Daijojo, in my opinion, the best in the series. I think they got a cell phone port of that. Might be like $5, I'm gonna have to look into it. But still not quite as good just using finger controls, though those games are alright on the phone, I will say. Fuck me, I got my way into a death. MP, military police, not max power. I'm not gonna continue, but I'm gonna go for another run. So, as with these games, I'm just getting warmed up. Oh, 4th? Well, I'll put in the classic name. Shout out to Andrew Schwagerall on this one, Hat. And you get a disappointing score. It's all about Hat. So, where I lived in LA, most of us were all pretty good at shooters, cave-style shooters particularly, in thanks to friends of ours, Schwag being one of them, and then another old friend of ours who we owned a lot of arcade machines and rare arcade boards. Among them, the whole like Dodon Poch Diojo. Shit went on to owning even rare Black Label Ibarra stuff, but it was great getting to play these games for free on a Sega Astro City machine. So as a result, most of friends in LA are all better than your average player at cave shooters, which bullet hell is no joke. This game I have it just set to the normal setting. It's mild, but if you play a game like Mushihime-sama, which at the beginning of every round asks you what difficulty you want, most difficult being Maniac, whew, not for the faint of heart. Little much actually. You gotta definitely be at pro level. So even just going with Insane, I think it's called for the like normal, moderate level, it's still pretty fucking hard in some of the newer games. And I think Mushihime-sama came out like somewhere like 2006-ish or something. Look that up after, but that game's highly recommended, and I'd say like a modern cave classic, whereas they've stopped focusing on arcade releases. That one was a more recent one that was real great. Never really got into Dai Fukatsu or those ones. Dodon Poch Diojo is where it's at. Shout outs to his score over here. Yep, my man Monstro, that's right. Much shout outs. If you haven't already, people, come to Japan. By the way, yeah, I'm broadcasting from Yokohama, Japan, where these games are a little bit more, you can still find game centers that have some shooters. Ketsui is kind of rare, but a game center nearby, they usually will at least have like Mushihime-sama. Death Smiles was real popular. Again, another good cave shooter that did get a US release, but a side-scrolling rather than vertical like this is. But really great pixel art as they're always in. But yeah, Death Smiles, check it out if you can. It's only on 360 though. That was the big thing. So those of you who don't know, Microsoft and Xbox have like a laughable status here in Japan where like it's like regulated. It's relegated to like a corner in the room, like at every game store. There's like a little Xbox section, not much marketing. It doesn't get many exclusives. Most people are PlayStation and Nintendo here in Japan. But yeah, so like in 360 days, when Microsoft actually made an attempt to try to get in with the Japanese market a little bit, they signed some deal with like Cave, and so Cave did exclusive releases on Xbox 360 and 360 Arcade, the download shop of a lot of their back catalog, and it's pretty great though. Like in a world where like PS2 ports, were previously the best we had of like any of the Cave catalog. 360 versions are actually, they run smooth. Like the PS2 versions are usually ridden with slowdown and chug. Motherfucking tanks. People who are big fans of the tank and vehicle designs in these games, I like them too, but I wish I could say I paid more attention. I'm usually just like focused on them bullets. Look at that. And also, that's another thing I should explain. Using a bomb will clear all those bullets, but it's shameful to use a bomb. You gotta rely on your dancing skills. You can't bomb your way out in real life. You gotta dance, son. Ships. Fuck. MP, military police. Alright, I'm gonna go with another run, because why not? Coffee's hot. Let's go. But again, you end up getting good practice at, like, especially all the beginning parts of these games, because you play them over and over again when you don't continue. Second place, I'll give it my initials. I'll give it Ink. Top 3 should be Ink at least. 4 and 5 should always be Hat. Hat's only 5th, alright. 2 Inks. Alright, let's go again. Round 3. Ketsui. Xbox 360. Shoutouts to War Akini. Thank you for joining.
Select your battleship.
Ooh, okay, I go with linear shot. That's my style.
Are you ready?
Yep. True, yeah, if the store even has an Xbox section. Usually, like, when I'm checking out used game stores, I'm always interested in seeing, usually finding, like, a cave game or something like that. There's not much I'm looking for on 360, but they did a handful of releases. They're more limited, so you're really unlikely to find any of them at most, like, you know, book-offs or anything like that. But actually, Mushihime-sama and Death Smiles you can find pretty commonly. Those two got the biggest print, I'm sure sold the best. And on the download shop on 360, I don't know if it's back compatible with Xbox One, but Guwange, it's a really great cave shooter that they actually held like a poll on their websites to vote for which game you'd like to see them release on Xbox Arcade. And it was, I think, between that and a game of theirs called Esperade. Like more classic ones, like earlier. So the good thing about the earlier ones as well as Bullet Hell, it's easier to kind of get into it because it's less intense as the newer releases. But Guwange is like set like yokai lore, like not yokai watch, but like yokai monsters style enemies, and it plays just like a vertical shooter like this, but you're on foot actually, and you're like you know, characters based off of Japanese folklore and such. Really cool art. Art is shit gameplay. Worth checking out on the online shop, Guwange, if you have a 360 lying around. But shit, I think these 360s are super cheap at a book off out here in Japan. Ooh. Totally worth the pickup of a Japanese 360 for the games that aren't available in the US. Well, most aren't region locked. Some of the good ones, like this, is region locked. Ketsui, I believe, you cannot play it on a US 360. I hilariously bought one of the only people, I'm sure, that week who bought a Xbox 360 here in Japan. It was like one of my last days on a trip years ago before returning to California, but I really wanted the cave shooters, which at the time I didn't know any of them would be region unlocked. I thought they'd all be region locked. So I was like, fuck it, the only reason I want an Xbox anyway is for these cave shooters. I have a PS3 for most of the other games, but I bought it just for the cave shooters because it's cheaper than buying all the boards, and you get the craving for Bullet Hell, you gotta shoot. But yeah, so I have a Japanese Xbox that I bought at face value before they redesigned it. And now you can buy them for, I'm sure, around $50, 5,000 yen or so. Haven't been in the market. Dreamcasts, if you find them, they still fetch like 5,000 yen, $50 or so. Expensive little gym system there. What the fuck? Time to get too close. Alright. I want these boxes up close. Ball system. Get in their faces, you get the most points. And so that whole counter of the points of all the boxes I get, I believe like at the bosses, like it slowly counts down, and when you kill a boss, it's like your end of level bonus. If you survive with that, this combo on there, you get a sandwich, or you know, whatever Miss Pac-Man eats. Ooh, Miss Pac-Man is what I call my ship. It's really inside. Peace. Fuck you. So you kind of look at bombs as like, bombs could be another life stock. Like if I'm playing in the arcade where I paid 100 yen to sit down, I'm a little bit more, I try to be more generous with the bombs. But when you're training to be a dancer, it's tough. You're just dancing. Fuck! I bombed. So I wanted to stay alive. I want to see this second level boss. Yet on these runs of Ketsui. Again, it's been a while. You don't see Ketsui in the game centers too much out here, so when I do find it, I play it. Of course, Akihabara, Taito-hei is like a museum of shooters. They have a whole floor dedicated to shooters, and honestly, if there's a shooter you could think of that's not there in arcade cabinet form, I would be surprised. Like almost every obscure shit. Old cave game I want to play, they have it there for 100 yen. So if you want to play the history of shooters, go check out Taito-hei next to Akihabara Station. I highly recommend if you're a fan.
Set a couple high scores there. I think they reset every day when they turn the power off, but was proud on a nice Sunday to have a Dodonpachi Daiojo high score, number 1. Sure got beaten as soon as Hat walked in. Fucking Hat being the initials for some player on the dev team. Oh shit, I remember these needles, look at that. I think it's muscle memory from the 3DS, or I mean the DS version, which I've played more of than I have the arcade version. Oh shit. Military police, that is a tough boss. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Ikaruga, yep. Warakini, yep, that's right. Ikaruga is fucking, that game is mathematical. Alright, new high score on here, I'll take it. Yeah, the whole Ikaruga developed by Treasure, it was released, I believe, on Naomi, which is an arcade board. It was built at the same time as the Dreamcast, so it was Sega's answer to having perfect arcade ports from home system to arcade, and that's why games like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Capcom's whole library, it really ended up finding a home over on reading that Dreamcast more than anything. But yeah, Ikaruga was a similar game developed, I believe, on Naomi. But yeah, that whole black and white switching, their whole mechanic was you could absorb bullets when you switch black, and then if you hit the button, you switch white, and you could absorb white bullets. So on top of dodging crazy bullet hell, you to get a real high score, you gotta suck up them bullets. Get them bullets. Oh. Ooh, checking all this out here. Oh, good. We're working. Word. Yeah. I'm going to have to bring my Dreamcast back from the States. I still got some box gyms, and slowly every trip back I've been grabbing handfuls. I don't know if you can see behind me. I got a nice little game shelf going here with some of the classics in, but got so much just lying stateside that I got to import. Who thought that I would have imported all these games from Japan back throughout my childhood, and now I'm bringing them home to Japan. Yeah. If you get a multi-cab, Warakini, let me know. I will be up in there. Actually, fun fact, I know I've mentioned before, most you would know me know, but one of my biggest purchases as a fresh out of high school kid with some disposable income, my brother and I threw in on a Neo Geo 4 slot machine, a dedicated Neo Geo 4 slot. It was the classic Pizza Hut special of like, oh man, like if we're gonna get one arcade machine, it's gotta be like that, and I had to be legitimate. I couldn't do any like repro cabs or anything. So this was like back in 2003, 4-ish time. But so the machines, the collector's market hadn't quite hit. So I think these machines sell for a lot more. But checked eBay and like just kept searching for eBay. And again, being from California, found a listing that was for most of the arcade machines. When you find them on eBay, they're for home pickup only because nobody wants to ship that shit. That's fucking ridiculous. But somebody was selling it in Arizona, and my brother and I were saying shit. Drive to Arizona. So we got the truck and drove to Arizona and had a good old time picking up a Neo Geo 4 slot. The guy threw in a bunch of games, including Bust-A-Move, aka Puzzle Bobble, aka still the best puzzler ever, and only number 1 because the newer ones got too complicated. Unlike Tetris, Puzzle Bobble felt the need to innovate, but instead they were just detracting from a game everyone already loved. So if you could download, I don't know, it's iOS or something, Bust-A-Move or Puzzle Bobble Original, I don't know what they have a port of that, arcade version 1. Oh, I remember going to Tokyo Game Show, and it must have been somewhere to 2007 or something, and then they were, Cave had a little section, and they were at the Microsoft booth. It was a big deal to show off to the Japanese consumers that Mushihime-sama was coming. Mushihime-sama Futari, the sequel, was coming out on Xbox 360, and they had a graphic, as well as the arcade mode, a smooth graphic, like 360 mode. They don't have that in this one, but they have it in some of the other games. I still prefer playing in pixelated mode. It's a pretty well handled port of it. But Yeah, it was a big section over there, which me and one other guy were real stoked. I think the other guy had problems. He was not breathing right. Ooh. Okay. It's hard for me to turn on and turn off, like, but I want to get up and close to these. But games like this, I find it's almost better to distract a part of your brain so that you're just, like, autopiloting. It has to be reflex if the force is strong with you. So, see, I'm getting all up in the mug. Ooh, some shit. I don't even think you get the boxes if you hold down. Oh, this is a mini boss, so I'll just take care of this fuck. Fuck! Military police. I'm gonna go for another run, because why the hell not? I mean, you don't have to watch. You could go away. But I'm gonna keep playing. It's getting hot as hell in Japan. Humid, as it said.
Cave Company Limited.
And if you don't already, give me a follow. Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube, where you might be watching this, for more videos such as this. And I've got some special reports coming up on some upcoming events this summer. Stay tuned on YouTube or on various social networks. Announcements. Alright. Ketsui, balls mode, let's go. Do a focus grind. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, I've got a pretty good cave collection going at this point. On 360, I have almost every game, aside from probably the rarest gem. Is a double pack of Mochi pork? Mochi pork? Or I'm forgetting the name of this game. Anyway, that and Ibarra Pink Sweets. It's like a double pack, cave double pack. I don't know. I'm sure the ports were good. Most of them on here have been good. Funny story about that with Dodon Poch Taiojo. Yeah, that one I have never seen in the wild. I would like to pick it up when I do, but don't know. They haven't really. It's all been pretty expensive to buy these games in the past, and again, I was amazed. I found this game. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram at @LoveOfTheGamer. I posted a picture, but I got this game, Nakihabara, for $25 essentially. I'm gonna just start over. Oh wait. No. Yeah, the game was much cheaper than usually listed. Cheapest I'd seen it before was like 6,000, 5,000 yen, and I just had to swoop on it for that small price. What a bargain. What a barg. Okay. I love that scream when you get a game over. That. I have it on the DS version too, and it's just the best. All right, linear shot. Let's keep it linear. Man, I don't know if you remember Warakini, in Yokohama there is a arcade that's now shut down, but it was called Seven Islands. It was right near Yokohama Station. Really cool arcade that had a good I'm gonna just start over. It had a good like mix of like every old fighter and a lot of shooters, and it was like the most competitive arcade. I guess I've heard legend that Daigo Umehara Daigo used to play there a lot, but it was like definitely the most competitive scene. Like last game I was, before it closed down, that I was playing there, I think was Arcade Edition Street Fighter 4. I was decent at that game, and I would win a lot, but I never got my ass handed to me more than at fucking Seven Islands, man. Like, Seven Islands was the shit. Still got some arcades around there, but they don't cater to shooters very much, is my biggest disappointment. You can find the fighters usually, but even in arcades out here, they're starting to use like an old Astro City like cab for like what Warakini was saying. They use it for like a multi-cab, so it's pretty much like a MAME emulator, and so it's like has a really like cheap looking handwritten note as the marquee that says like 127 games in one. But it's good. I'm happy to have those games like available there, but they don't have like the Cave catalog or anything like that. so you still really don't get these shooters. You get like R-Type and such, which, you know, I was never as big of an R-Type fan. It was good, but it was more of like, I think this is when I really started getting into shooters with bullet fucking hell. A friend of mine introduced me through MAME to the original Dodon Potch, and it just got me hooked after pretty much like my first play. Just, I love tough as nails games that take like a lot of just memorizing instinct, muscle memory to be able to get good at them. Ooh, shit. Taking out these fuckers. And as always, give me feedback, please, in the comments section on anything, even from adjusting the sound to take off that hat. I like to hear it. My grandpa told me to take off that hat. I guess I respect his words. But you, I don't know you. If I do, I still might keep the hat on. Alright. I don't want to bomb, but I gotta remember, for the sake of my goal right now is just to get to level 3. Oh, yeah, the Chuka Guy arcade, yeah. Chinatown. Yokohama's home to the biggest Chinatown in Japan, but they've got a good little Sega game center there. Sometimes I think they'll have like the latest fighter, like Tekken's there. Fuck. Speaking of which, Tekken 7, a recent release that if you haven't played, I haven't played the PS4 version yet, but I'll probably pick it up here pretty soon. Yeah. The multi-cabs, again, they're not, it's that collector's side that I'm like, it's not sexy, it doesn't have a cool marquee, but you know what, for function, like, that's great. I would love to buy like, an Astro City just to like have at my house, like out here. It was my dream back in LA, and I sort of lived it just vicariously through my friends who had machines, and I got to reap the benefits of. I really would like a home cab just to have a shooter in. It's kind of, it was kind of my morning coffee back when I lived in a house that had an Astro City. I just would actually make coffee and sit down, do a couple runs at Diojo, which was lucky to be in there, an official version, and it just got your brain going in the morning, no doubt. But yeah. Oh man, yeah, Third Strike. Over at Seven Island, the arcade I was talking about in Yokohama, they had the fucking Third Strike scene going on over there. Of all the Street Fighter iterations, Third Strike might be the one I got beat most in. I could still play it, but like people, there's a big difference between people who were good at parrying and played a lot, and I was moderate at it, and I didn't put in the time to really get crazy at it. Smash Bros was always my game at that time, but great fucking game. Played a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom too, but I'd say my all-time favorite fighter has got to be Capcom vs. SNK 2, also released on Dreamcast. I've bought that game for like almost every system it's came out on, and it's still just like, anytime I see it in the arcade, I just will even play one play around. Actually, when you find it out here though, like last time I played it was in Kyoto a couple months ago. There's some arcade there had it, and there was like a group of like 3 friends playing it, and I was kind of just watching them, and one kid, like one of the guys, I said kid, I guess they're like over 20, but one of the guys like had beaten the other guys like a couple times, it seemed, and like I watched him beat both of them, and I'm like, alright, I'm jumping into this mix, and it was a proud moment when I beat this guy, just without hesitation. My old team of Ryu, Kyo, Kusanagi, and interchangeable third, but sometimes that was just the combination. I love that game, how you could set it to the different, like King of Fighters mode was always like you choose 3 fighters and you play 1 round of each. So like Capcom vs. SNK 2 is great. It wasn't like Marvel vs. Capcom where you're switching fighters in the middle of a match, which was like the cool thing about it. It was like if you do the KOF mode, it was 1 round per fighter. KOF 98. I have an anniversary right here. What a fucking great game.
Your mission starts now. Are you ready?
King of Fighters, man. That's a series that I haven't even played the newest version, but I hear it's good. It's repped at Evo, and like I think it must have an arcade version out here. I thought 13 did. Anyway, I haven't been too serious. King of Fighters for a while, so cannot say. 98. What a year. Coming out on an obscure, exclusive arcade system like Neo Geo. So arcade culture in America and Japan, like for anyone who doesn't know, is much different. Arcade machines were, you know, a lot of people probably grew up in an era now like where there weren't arcades everywhere. I was lucky enough to have an arcade near my house, a couple of them actually, like in my youth, but one by one watched them all close down. But arcades are something generally that like you might find a machine like at the front of a movie theater, or you know, back in the day always like at a liquor store, or as I mentioned, like Pizza Hut was like an arcade. They actually always had a Neo Geo machine, and you know, at least like some Street Fighter or something. But out here in Japan, like they've definitely been hit. There's like a lot of arcades that have closed down, but you'll always find there's always like amusement centers, which is a big thing. Which it's, you know, an arcade, but they you know, offer a lot of like date activities. Like not really room for miniature golf out here, but it'd be like bowling, karaoke. And then like usually in the arcade area there's a lot of UFO catchers or crane games, and that's just something you see just couples walking around checking out the toys. Sounds like a perfect date, I would say. 4th place. Ah, shit. Let's go. Who's another one on here? Schwag, where are you at when I need you? I'm just gonna put Hat again. Just fuck Hat. But yeah, so with these amusement centers, you'll always end up seeing at least like the latest arcade game. Like Tekken, since Street Fighter V hasn't had an arcade release, Tekken 5's pretty much been, or Tekken 7's been the reigning arcade game that you'll find at most game centers. Yeah, Guilty Gear. Oh, you got the new Guilty Gear. Fuck yeah. I've just been seeing posters for it out here. It's been a while since I played Guilty Gear, but the new one looks great. I love that graphic style. Like, I like where they're keeping Guilty Gear at, so I'll probably swoop it up and book off here pretty soon. My priority for new games right now is I want to get Tekken 7, but I got a Nintendo Switch. Very nice like system, especially living out here in Japan where you play a lot on the go. Just been playing the hell out of Zelda for like since release, I guess a couple months now. But want to get Splatoon. That's like a day one game for me. ARMS is a recent release, and I played the demo of it, and it's pretty cool. But I'm not like super stoked on it yet. I'll have to play it more. But Splatoon was a game where I could say it was like a new Nintendo IP. I didn't really like the art direction at first. I thought, oh, I'm not that into shooters, but I played it at an event. Like, I just was like, all right, there's no line. Like, let me give it a go. And it was fucking really fun. The controls were great. I was just like, it was a game where it totally won me over by gameplay, where I had it previously completely off my radar and even had kind of made jokes about it. But it's one of these, like, I totally eat my words. I'm just like, fucking, like, wow, what a great game, man. Like, big fan of Splatoon now, so highly recommended if you got a Switch. Definitely get that. Yeah, pro or competitive. Talking shit about Smash Brothers. Actually, shout out. Yep, Warikini, you do have some Smash skills, which I cannot deny, but I'm happy that's just like still just instinct in you. You're like, oh, I haven't played in a while. But yeah, it's okay. I got you plenty of times too, so gonna have to get a rematch night in here soon. Shoutouts to Laser Rush Bar in Motomachi, where we sometimes have Smash nights over there because we can, and they're fucking awesome, and everyone's pretty good at it. So can't wait for legs. Yeah, I'm waiting for legs. I'm holding out, man. I definitely agree. No arms. Fuck arms. It's all about them legs. All right. I'll take a break in a little bit here, but I feel like I should go for one more run because I got one more sip of coffee left. So pretty much playing a slow drink slow sip cup of coffee's worth of Ketsui right now. But yeah, again, shooters like this, they're kind of therapeutic to me. When I need to like kind of zone out and like reset, like on a beat or something like that, I'll be listening to. I just keeping some instrumentals playing and just let myself kind of zen out on this thing. It, like frees up a part of my mind, I think, that usually distracts me, and then I'm having ideas I never had before. Weird to have a game kind of have a therapeutic aspect to it, more so than just like being rationalizing for what you like playing. Yeah, it's great. As much as I like a good story in a game or something, like these games are all like pure gameplay. Like Cave always comes up with some scenario or story that you can read up on the internet or something if you want to, but most of them are kind of weird. I don't really give a fuck. Death Smiles is like gothic Lolita witch girls, like teenage witch girls, and the art style looks good. You wouldn't know, but it's probably got some weird story for all the otaku guys out here who collect the weird statues of girls and such. But to each their own. I ain't judging. A bunch of fucking Amiibo on my shelf and some Pokemon toys. That might be weird to you. Completely normal to me. I love how these things, they just like opened up out of the office building. Surprise. Caught a bad one there. Caught a bad one. I'm gonna do one more reset because fuck it. Forget it's not the arcade. I don't need to kill myself. I can just simply hit restart. There's a quick restart mode that I'm kind of afraid to try. I haven't jumped on it. Okay, purple ship, let's go. The art. Oh man, I really hope they announce Smash Bros. For Switch. I don't think they will at E3, but I know they're gonna do. As far as I'm concerned, I just want it to be a port of the Wii U version with continued like character support. You know, I'll buy a season pass to that to get more Smash characters. Bring back Snake campaign, 2017. Yeah, but they just recently had announced Pokken, the arcade fighter Pokemon fighting game by Bandai Namco. I think it was Harada, director of Tekken, who is the producer or something. But anyway, it's a pretty cool game. It's in the arcades out here, which I like. But they had released it on Wii U, but didn't have any DLC for it. But the arcade version continued to get updates, as they do these days, of new characters. Oh, fuck. But, yeah, it just got announced to get a Switch port, which, I don't know, I got it as a gift on Wii U, and I enjoy it, but I haven't played it a lot, and it's mostly just because I don't have a lot of friends that play it. Like, with any fighting game, if you don't have, like, local competition, then, like, what's the point? But, yeah, it's a cool game, but, like, I think it'll find a better home on Switch. Like, Switch obviously is adding all the characters, I think, that are present in the arcade version. I'm just gonna keep going on this for the fuck of it. But, yeah, it's a cool game, but I'm not, like, super stoked on it on Switch, but I think it's cool. It's there for the people who want it. It's gonna keep the game relevant, but I want to see Smash Bros. On Switch. Just, I like, you know, for example, like bringing my Wii U to a bar to set it up, and there's a lot of shit that I gotta remember. If I forget like one controller component, like I can't, the whole system's messed up. So I mean, just for my personal world, if I like to bring Smash places and be able to play it at people's houses who don't have the system, you know, having a Switch version would be fucking rad. And let me use my same GameCube controller adapter from the Wii U. Now we're talking. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do that. So again, it's rumored to be a leaked thing that's gonna be announced, but I don't think it'll be announced at E3. If it is, fuck, super stoked. Give me Smash on Switch. Let's add Ice Climbers, bring them back. They're like the only real character that missed out on this last version of Smash, which I think is great. Other than, like, I mean, I played a lot of Brawl, but Melee was still where it was at. I'm going to do one more round because I can't leave it at that. I'm going to do one more concentrated round. Fourth, you're definitely a hat initial. H-A-T, motherfucker. Yeah, I am on OBS. Oh, good. You got a USB camera would be better. Again, I mean, pretty like ghetto rigged since I had gotten. I'm on a Mac, so I have to run a lot of stuff that's constantly crashing on me. So when I get it running smooth, I'm like, all right, gotta do it. But PC's much easier for streaming. But OBS is actually, out of any program, it's the one that I have the least amount of problems with. So OBS I recommend. I'd probably even use it on PC now. But despite having good RAM and all this, like I still can't solve some latency issues, like stuff that I'll continue to improve on. Blast him. Alright, balls, I want to get up in there. Just gotta remind myself, I gotta put a post-it note on my screen here that just says balls. Just remind me to get up in their fucking faces. That's the risk of it. I'm gonna restart just because I'm here. Too early to die. Can't die on the first level is pretty much my rule. I also have Dononpachi Daijo Black Label, which funny story on that, it was released on 360, and then I guess the game got such poor reviews because it was such a bad port. There was a lot of problems with it, and it ended up being because the team that was porting the game, it wasn't Cave themselves, it was a company called 5BP, and they had stolen the code illegally from the PS2 port, and the PS2 port, which already had like slowdown issues and such that made it inconsistent with the arcade version, they took the code from that for the 360 version, and there's just problems on top of problems. And then Cave had vowed that they would jump in themselves and fix the problem and release a free patch for everybody because they were disappointed with the reactions to a game that was beloved by fans, and happy to see a 360 release to be a faithful arcade port. But yeah, the patch was in development for a long time, and I think came out like 2 years after the fact or something. But they did finally release it when I'll have to check the dates on it. But like it was ridiculous. People had kind of counted it gone, but sure enough, just dropped one day. And yeah, having played a lot of it on 360, I could say it's nothing beats the arcade version, but it's pretty good at least. It's totally playable. I'd say this game runs even smoother on 360. I don't know. I think this was 5BP also, but I think this was post Daijo, so maybe they knew they had stricter standards. Mushihime-sama was handled by Cave. That one and Escaluda too. I think Death Smiles also. But those are really great. They have like 360 modes, which have like sharper graphics. It's really like the best versions, the best of their games are the ones that were handled by Cave, ports on 360. Which again, I recommend any shooting fan, if you like what you see here, just go for Mushihime-sama or Death Smiles, which Death Smiles, I don't think Mushihime-sama got a US release, but Death Smiles did. If you can, pick it up, pick it up. So yeah, 602, alright, let's see where this goes score-wise. Yeah, shout out to Helter Skelter, right on, man. Long time no see. It's a game store history with this man. Good times. Always one of the faves. Hope all is well, bro. Streaming live from Yokohama, Japan. Home of the harbor. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this more regularly now. Kind of got equipment rigged in proper at this point, so we'll put together a better schedule and update pages accordingly, but I just really wanted to get into it. I just got Ketsui and was excited, so want to play some Ketsui, and I've been picking up a lot of Game Boy games, like original Game Boy games from Book Off and various used game stores. They're like fucking like $2, like 200 yen a pop, and it's a bunch of games I wanted when I was a kid but couldn't afford, and like games that only came out in Japan. So a lot of cool like puzzle games and odd action games that have pretty much been what I've been collecting, but I think I'm going to start to stream some of those via Game Boy Player here shortly. Just bought an orange Game Boy player, which didn't come out in America. We only got it in black. Well, fuck. That was an anticlimactic run. First level ended well, but third, all right. You'll get the ink right there. Ink it up. Oh man, yeah, visiting Japan. Hey man, keep me posted. I would love to show you around a bit and definitely get a bite and a drink or something. So, yep, hit me up on them social networks and let's put something together. It's always stoked to have friends visit out in Japan, man. It's great out here and you know, having people to show around after been here a bit and you know everything you kind of start to take for granted some things, so having an excuse to go out and do fun stuff it's my present from your presents. Anyway, I'm gonna take a little break here, but yeah, hit me up, man. Whatever network you're on, like, you know, either one, I will receive messages at T.C.INKWELL. So hit me on the twits, the inst, the face space, you know. We got it. Well, anyway, I'm gonna fade out here, take a little break. I will come back later in this week with more hot action. I think I'm gonna go through Cave's catalog, which today we've been playing Ketsui, released on Xbox 360 exclusively in Japan, and I believe next time we will play Mushi Hime-sama Futari, with weird bug princess is the translation, and you do ride on a beetle, but it's got some weird kind of girly art to it, but such a solid game, one of Cave's best, and the best 360 port you can pretty much get.
Cave Company Limited.
But anyway, once again, my name's been Tony Inkwell Conti. Follow me at T.C.INKWELL on said networks, and give me a subscribe here on Twitch/YouTube. But keep gaming, guys. I will be back with more soon. Thank you for joining. Peace for now. Gia.
Cave Company Limited. Cave Company Limited. Cave Company Limited.